Hi, it's John from North Star Nursery, Garden and Home, your freezing coastal gardener. It's very chilly this morning. I wanted to show you some of the houseplants that Rue has brought in. Some really crazy stuff. If you guys don't already know, Rue is our houseplant supplier, our houseplant buyer. And she likes the weird stuff as much as I do. So between her and I shopping, we bring in some kind of cuckoo stuff. So I wanted to show you some of the cuckoo stuff, but I also wanted to show you some of the everyday stuff that's just looking really good. First off, cuckoo crazy. This is Ficus triangularis. Now, for some of you, this might look like Ficus, mistletoe ficus, variegated mistletoe ficus, but it's actually Ficus triangularis. So for those of you, my houseplant geeks like Gus and San Rafael, this is not your mistletoe fig, but a really great plant. And we don't ever see this in a variegated form. So if you have somebody on your houseplant list that needs a nice, fun houseplant for Christmas, that's the one. This is Philodendron Black Cardinal. So these philodendrons come out with the new growth looking a different color, and then as it ages, you can see as it gets lower in the plant, they turn green. So you always have kind of this foliar interest. This one is a low light tolerant plant. Actually, I should go back to this guy. This guy is a bright light plant, so it wants to be in a room you can read in comfortably during the day without turning on a light. That's how we gauge bright light. So, and probably on the warmer side for the ficus. Look at this. Oh, that is just like, it's like a science experiment. So this is Aglaonema, or the common name used to be Chinese evergreen. These are low light tolerant plants, great coloration, really different. When we saw these, it was a must. So we're also going to try to make sure we have more of these for the houseplant sale in January. So I'm going to work on bulking up that inventory. Really pretty. Another unique one in that same philodendron range. This is Philodendron McCulley's Finale. So a kind of rusty toned new leaf, really pretty. We have quite a few of these because we thought they were going to be pretty popular. This is it's kind of a silly one because for those of you that have ivy growing in your side yard, you look at this and think that's not very special. But it actually is very special. It's a variegated form of ivy called Marengo, and it's actually a new hybrid. Very pretty, will get very big. Ivies in general really have a tendency to get spider mite inside, so my suggestion for ivies inside is when you go to water them once a week to actually take them either to the sink or the shower and actually rinse them off. Any dust that settles on these leaves is basically nesting material for spider mites. Another really fun one, this is Syngonium Strawberry. So it has kind of a strawberry blonde blush to it. And again, on this one, as the leaves fade, or as the leaves age, they're going to fade to green. So don't think you're doing something wrong, because you're not. This is so cool. Sorry, I get very excited about houseplants. This is called the Blue Star Fern, and because of that bluish color. Let's see what the botanical is. Oh, let's just leave it at Blue Star Fern. That's a tongue twister that I'm not even going to try. So if you want to know what the botanical is, you can come in and look. Really pretty. Oh, was it last week? Anyways, I drove down to Monterey Bay, down in the Monterey area, and went to one of our suppliers, Monterey Bay Nursery, and this was on their list. This is Philodendron hastata gray. So this is called Silver Sword Philodendron. And it can get, it's not saying how large, but I would think it's probably going to be one of those ones that's going to range and roam because it has that kind of a look to it, kind of like the split leaf philodendrons or the monsteras. Here's a really pretty one too. This is just basic Aglaonema or Chinese evergreen silver bay. Chinese evergreens do really, really well in really low light. So this is a great plant for somebody who has a dark room. You still want to have some light, so a room that does have some windows. No houseplant wants to live in an absolute closet. They just don't. Also, we are getting in a lot of really, really fun blooming plants for gifts. So Christmas cactus, of course, traditional. The anthurium, which does very, very well in our area. If you are growing an anthurium or a fern in a room with a wood stove, consider a humidity tray. Should have done this, I didn't bring one. But basically it's a tray that's bigger than the pot itself by about twice the size. And then it has rocks in it, and you keep that tray full of water up to where the rocks, top out, which is usually right at the base of the pot. And what that does is that evaporates the moisture and then shares it with the plant. Wood stoves absolutely nuke moisture. So if you have houseplants in your wood stove room, like a living room or family room, you want to make sure you're bumping up the moisture on those babies. Crested euphorbia. Check that out, man. That is cuckoo. Oh, I forgot to grab the other one. Hold that thought. This is another one. This is insane. This is Blossofelinda. Up? Or like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to get the angle right. Look at that. So these are, so the crested, a lot of times what these vendors will do, and you can kind of see it on this one really clearly, this is grafted. So they take this is probably a euphorbia, and on this one it's probably a euphorbia, and then they graft another form of cactus up above. This one is just like it's from Mars or something. I love it. Also pine cone. This is a pine cone cactus. And so it eventually will continue to make other cones to the side. I just thought this was really, really fun for those of you that like different kind of cactus. Has an interesting texture. This is a great one. This is Hoya. It's just called Sweetheart Hoya because it's just a heart-shaped leaf. Now, in the past, what we've read is that these won't do anything else. They won't root or send out other stems. I actually had one send out new growth from the base. I've had it now for 3 years. So sometimes they'll send out a new runner, sometimes they won't. So this is just one of those kind of, they're cute to look at. Plants. Here's another fun one. This is Crassula. Oh, I'm not even going to try to do that. It's called Devil's Horns. And so that's going to get about 6 to 8 inches bigger, but it's really, I thought it was really neat. Oh, for those of you looking for a gift for a gardener, I just thought these were gorgeous. They're not cheap, but they're really, really pretty and well done. So, lovely little cacti heart, or sorry, succulent heart. Now, those succulents need to be outside, probably best under cover until we get into spring. They don't want to stay indoors. Succulents, some of the succulents will do indoors, some of them won't. Also, we potted up the remainder of the amaryllis, and we potted them in these really, really fun pots with these little stands. And so for those of you that are looking for a gift to go, these are 35, already potted up and ready to go. Also, for any of your houseplant aficionado people on your list, we have products from We the Wild. This is a fertilizer. This is neem oil with some additional additives to it. And then this is a starter fertilizer that they also sell. This is a great line. We've really, really enjoyed it. And it's sold very, very well. So that, God, I feel like I'm going long. The other thing that we have from We the Wild is the Orchid Care Kit, which has those goodies in it, but all geared towards orchids for the people on your orchid list, who like orchids. This is a grow light, actually, that's intended for a single plant. It's on an extension, so it can go up or down, and it's really sweet. We actually have it on display here. I couldn't unhook it to show you, but it's really neat, and I'm kind of excited about that. Oh, can you like angle down maybe so I don't have to pick them up? These are the Blob House kids, and these I literally just picked 4. There's, I don't know if you can pan over here, David. There is a whole table because I got kind of carried away because they're hysterical. You look at them and they make you laugh and smile. So lots of Blob House babies for tillandsias or for succulents, for whatever, but they're also just great gift-giving items. Also down here, for some of those Blob House planters, or other small planters, we have a lot of little 2-inch guys that are really sweet inside for gift-giving. I love this one. It's really fun. This is really cool to me. This is a little peperomia called Hope. We all need a little hope, especially this time of year. And then string of turtles, and the variegated string of pearls came in looking gorgeous. So again, if you are looking for different gift-giving options for houseplants or for yourself, a gift for yourself, because we all need a little gift every once in a while. So just remember, wood stoves, nuke moisture, add water accordingly. If you have plants in rooms that don't have wood stoves and are very cold, you want to decrease that watering so that they don't sit overly wet and cold, because they don't like that. Alrighty, guys. I think that's it. Oh, sorry. One more thing. Sorry, David. Housekeeping. We are currently discontinuing certain themes in the Christmas shop because we want to infuse something new for next year. So the themes that are currently on sale, they're all 50% off. Peacock, camping, blue and white, occupation, sweets and treats, baby's first Christmas, lumberjack, fishing, pride, safari, dinosaur, party people, blue and green mushrooms, religion, pets, houseplants, and fashion. So all of those themes are currently 50% off in the store while supplies last. So we will see you at the nursery.